Hi everybody, Sanbalani, welcome to my channel. So listen, you guys, we are going to review last night's episode, which is Izingane Zesthembu, and they are arriving at Sunset. Guys, today I did feel like I need to go to Sunset. I was feeling like, listen, we've had so many of these shows where they go to Sunset. I feel like I've been to Sunset, even though I've never been, because so many of these reality show trips are going to Sun City. Like I feel like I've seen every corner of Sun City at this point without being there. But the place is beautiful, you guys. They are there. Of course, Usne has a friend there. Vuyo had said she was going to come with a friend. Apparently, the friend is coming that night. Bumelelo, all of the siblings are there. Abo, who doesn't really say much, you guys. Listen, I don't know if they all paid equally, but definitely on this show, some cast members are working harder than others. Okay, if I had to decide how much they're getting paid, I feel like Pomelelo needs to be paid more, only because, of course, with him, we deal with him with Tirelo, and then he deals with Vuyo, and then it's the kids, and then it's everything. And below is doing a lot of production. Even in this episode, you guys, I did a video last week where I said below is definitely producing. I need to see below on the credits because I still don't understand why we don't see Below's name on the credits, because she's definitely producing. Okay, we are seeing her doing the work. Okay, even though she's supposed to be doing it behind the scene, we are seeing her do it. And she is the host on the strip, so we're gonna see her talk a lot because she has to make sure everybody's okay. I don't know how many times she was asking everybody if everybody is okay. And Snare is really like, Snare is making an effort. Okay, I don't know, you guys, how they do this show, if each of the cast member has maybe a producer that is allocated to them to sort of guide them in terms of what they are supposed to do, what conversation are they supposed to have, or they all just have people that work with them together. Okay, because I've seen in some reality shows they would say you will be allocated a producer. Like I was watching Marriage in Huntsville, and they said that each cast member will have a producer that will be dedicated to them to make sure that they get to the shoot on time. And also when the season begins, they will guide them in terms of, okay, what is your storyline this season? Are you sure we are telling the story the way that you would like for your story to be told? Maybe we should do your scenes this way and all of that. Okay, so I don't know if they do it that way here, but definitely I feel like Usne kind of feels like she's getting direction from somebody to say, listen, push for this conversation to take place. Like when she's pushing for the conversation on Vuyo and Tirelo. And everybody gets upset at Usne, but I'm like, I mean, thank you, Snap, because otherwise these people will be sitting there at the table talking about nothing, or talking about the chicken that they're eating, which we are not interested in, you guys. And then Ulwandle Abongo are really not doing a lot. And so I do wonder, you guys, are they paid equally, or it depends on how important the storyline is. But I know that if they're not paid equally, then it could cause problems in the family as well, you guys. So listen, Utirolo was talking about, listen, I know it's a family vacation, but she was hoping that they do get some time with Pumelelo. Even I, okay, I'm not dating Pumelelo, but I was like, listen, you're not gonna get a lot of time with this guy, okay? Chances are, he is going to spend time with you when he just wants the thing. SEX at night, okay? Because he wasn't even impressed by the fact that Umpilo had invited Tirelo and Vuyo guys instead of the girls, okay? Because they always wanting the girls, okay? So anyway, you guys, when they get there, they're getting the cocktails, and it's time to get the kids to go to their rooms. And they were supposed to go sit by the pool. Then Uvuyo calls Umpilo aside just to explain to her, listen, we have some tension with Mpumele. Listen, you guys, there are times when I feel like, is this scene necessary? Okay, was it necessary for Vuyo to call Umpilo to the side? But then I have to remember also that they're doing the show, because if it was just a normal trip, the friends, they would just go to their rooms and maybe talk later, not just there when they're arriving. I don't know, you guys, but they ended up having a conversation. I do like the fact that Umpilo tries by all means to not be judgmental when she's having conversations with either of their squeezers, okay, which is Tirelo and Vuyo. She tries not to take sides. Even with Pumela, she will not even be taking Pumelela's side. But I feel like in trying to do that, then we don't get the full contribution yakhe in a conversation, because she just ends up saying, okay, all right, but I'm getting why she would not want to be involved, because it's a mess already, and she's not part of the mess. Why would you want to be involved? But Vuyo was explaining to her to say, listen, me and Pumelelo are not okay. In fact, we're not even talking. So I decided that I was going to bring a friend, because I feel like I might not be able to have somebody to talk to, and it's a difficult thing. I like the honesty of Vuyo, you guys. I do. I appreciate it. Okay, when she said, listen, I need somebody that if I break down, that person will be there for me. And even though the guest, though, it's a mess, okay? I was like, I'm loving Vuyo. Okay, on her way out, she's being mess. I'm like, okay, I will walk out, but I'm going to cause drama before I walk out. So she says that, you guys, I appreciated the fact that she was honest to say, listen, this is a new breakup, even though to Umpilo, she's not really saying that it's a breakup. Okay, she just said we're having tension, and she says, in case I have a breakdown or something, I need somebody that is going to be there for me. She does tell her it's about a virgin issue, because we're having an issue with a virgin, and then I guess we've broken up. Okay. I really honestly feel like Vuyo is still hoping that at some point Pumelelo is just to miraculously change his mind and say he's not going to marry a virgin anymore. And so he's going to marry. Maybe she's even hoping that on this trip that maybe he's going to come and beg her and say, listen, I love you, I want you back, I'm never gonna marry a virgin. In fact, this was all for the show. It's nothing like that. No Sipho doesn't exist, which is something that is not gonna happen, because no Sipho definitely exists, you guys. So anyway, I don't think that Bilo had an issue with the fact that the friend is coming. Okay, she says the reason that we said yes to the trip is because they are okay with below, so she wanted to come to the trip. But I don't know, you guys, under normal circumstances, I think if you've just broken up with somebody and then there's a trip to take, you probably would avoid that trip, because you just don't want to go on a trip with somebody that you recently broke up with. But I think that here we can understand it, because they have to do the show, and they are trying to see what happens when they are all together, Tirelo and Vuyo, and also with Pumelelo. So I totally understand why she went on the trip. It's a work trip actually for Vuyo, because maybe she wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for that. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing. This is what I'm saying. Vuyo is messy while walking out of this relationship, because Vuyo suddenly says that, but, there's something that I need to say as far as this person is concerned, meaning the person that she's bringing as a friend, okay? She says that the friend that she's bringing to the trip is somebody that Pumelelo had a crush on. Lord, save me on a Sunday. We need you, Lord, this Sunday, okay? Save us from the 2000s, okay? We need the Lord to come down from heaven and save us from the 2000s. Because how do you even get to know that your boyfriend has a crush on your friend? How does that even happen? Okay, because that is a secret that your partner is supposed to keep and take to the grave, okay? Guys, Bob, okay? Even Bob wouldn't know that secret, okay? When they come to bury him, they wouldn't even know, okay? But these girls will be like, I'm bringing his crush. Guys, we need somebody to save us from the 2000s, okay? One day we're going to wake up and the 2000s are going to decide this South Africa is not South Africa. This is Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe is South Africa. They're just going to decide that, okay? And we're going to have to just go with the flow, okay? Because that's what they want. I'm like, how do you know who Pumelelo has a crush on? And how does he have a crush on your friend? And how are you bringing that friend to a trip when Pumelelo is at? Okay? Yes, you know what, guys? But for a minute, I thought when she was like, there's something about this friend, I thought she's going to say that she's bringing Olani Sabelo. I was ready. I was like, hey, is she bringing the chef? Wouldn't it be interesting if she just brought the chef to the trip? But she's bringing, I'm like, hey, Vuyo now we go. Hey. So, okay, guys, we are waiting for this friend to come to the trip. The friend that Bumelo has a crush on. I don't know why she's doing it, okay? Is she doing it to maybe, but she says that with them having issues with each other, Mpumelelo is blaming the friend as if it's the friend's fault, and she wants that resolved because their breakup is not because of a friend, it's because of the virgin. Okay. But anyway, we are going to see, you guys. I was like, well, how is this making sense? Okay. I don't want to say it, but some things you can see that Makumalo is producing this show. Okay. Some things that are happening here, I'm like, guys, remember, but Makumalo didn't mind him dating, Umangwabe would even come to the house and they'll be selling Makumalo and they'll be sleeping in another room and she'll be in another room. So you can see that, the thinking of the production behind the scene, because some things here are not making any kind of sense. So I guess we'll see when the friend finally comes, because I don't know why she's saying they want to fix things. You should be fixing your things with this boyfriend of yours, but you're bringing a friend to fix the thing. I don't get it, okay? I will never get it, but I'm too old to get it. That's the thing. I get it. I get that I'm too old to get it, but I still want to say that I do not get it, okay? Anyway, you guys, let's separate this video into 2 or 3 videos because otherwise it gets too long for some people, okay? Anyway, guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about that first scene. Let's get into the other video and talk about what happens after that. Anyway, you guys, do like this video before we're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.